Your head coach Tanya Warren, South Dakota led by Carrie Amy in year number 1, leading the Coyotes. Shatia Wettering around the right.
Against UNI's high potent offense.
First 5 on the floor for the Yotes. Mason, Groman, Duffney, Larkins, and Alexi. Laube has gotten a lot of attention from opposing defenses this season, but especially after her school record performance. 10 made.
Confidence on the road when you see that first one go down.
Groman, 682 points.
They're back to the basket against smaller defenders.
There's a feed inside to Larkins. Larkins on the kick out. Groman shooting 52% from three-point land this season. That's remarkable. 25 of 48 coming into the game.
Leads all Division 1, 2, and 3 basketball. That is an outstanding statistic.
Absolutely incredible start to this 24.
Run very fluid offenses. There's structure, but it's not going to be a set play every single time you come down.
There's Goebel underneath once again and shuffled her feet. Excellent job this season mixing up their defenses at different times. There's a 3 on its way from Hempy.
Normally the people that shoot 56% are like, 5 for 9,
Right. This is blocked by a year ago.
She led the entire country last year, and you mentioned the Creighton game. That's probably a little bit of luck, but more so just the scouting report that Coach Flannery and his team have. Kill the shot clock. Now USD is starting their offense with 19 on the shot clock, trying to get them out of a rhythm.
There's a feed inside to Larkins. Wharton defending. Larkins.
Big addition to the Panthers this year when Grace Buffelli goes down. The new kids, the post players per se that are young, have really been able to shoot the 3. That's a mistake game. Just pulling those bigs away from the basket gives your guards a little bit more room to drive.
Ryerson wants another one. How about 2? Take a 14-6 lead. On an 8-0 run, here's the foul as Hempy drive to complete. And the Panthers a 14-6 lead. Up to the free throw line, Alexi Hempy.
In the Division I programs is having less concern with Division I experience. Coach Amy had a decorated career at Division II level. Coaches, they can coach, they win, right?
Idaho that then followed her to South Dakota. As Carly Usack, a freshman playing in a red shirt this year, made the transfer.
Panthers have done a good job on Larkins on the other end so far. 2 turnovers for Larkins, but she can go.
Who is out there in place of Goebel. Calling for it inside is Duffney. There's a 3-ball from Larkin. First team All-Summit League performer over the last 2 seasons on the All-Summit League defensive team 2 years ago. This is James on just too strong, and Larkins the rebound.
Great possession by the Panthers. Sometimes your best possessions don't yield points, and that's okay.
Here's a 3, ball on its way and good. Conference Player of the Year is sophomore and junior. 2 straight conference titles in height.
Cable Laube, same thing.
Up to the free throw line. McDermott out of in the McLeod Center in November.
I was sitting in this very chair.
Such a fun moment for
the whole university. Yeah. It's just such a great thing for the entire university. It was such a great atmosphere.
The Panthers took down Iowa State, and that was a game after the Panthers lost one of their first team all-conference performances. Panther record 10 made 3s in a single game. And she currently ranks.
Decided that time the Panthers lost. The shooter.
Wettering got her own offensive rebound. Now Yeager will launch the 3, and that rattles all from 5 different players. Wettering on the drive, back to the right hand to UNI. Wharton in for the final 40 seconds of quarter number 1. McDermott goes inside. Wettering off the window.
Matchup went right back to Shatia.
There's Larkins, the strong drive into contact.
Defense in such a unique way.
How about another 3 before we call it the end of the first quarter? Larkins knocks it in. As so far in this young season, Riley Goebel one of the top shot blockers in the country already with a blocked shot today. The Panthers percent, and Hempy 2 of 3 in the early going from outside.
And Hempy, the senior, she's been around the block before, 32 minutes a game. She's seen about every for little bonus points.
Well, we hyped up the 2 leading scorers in Larkins and McDermott, and so far both teams.
The Panthers want to play with that confidence, especially in transition.
Larkins on the drive, kicks it out, 3 ball on the way, no good. Adam Larks, Hannah Hidalgo, Maya McDermott, number 4. You have Grace Larkins, number 6 in the country.
Over the years, dating back into the mid-2000s when South Dakota went Division I from Division II. And I know the Panthers remember getting run out of the gym last year in Vermilion.
Sophomore out of Lincoln, Nebraska. And here's Larkins, nice give. So Larkins goes to the line, averaging 23.4 points. There's Robinson probing, working against Wilkie. And it's going to be a jump ball tonight's contest. Here's Larkins going straight to work.
Panthers got lucky that time. Larkins had a dead seal on Robinson, and she's an elite scorer down there.
Wilkie, the 3 from Shepley, too strong. Larkins, the top rebounder for South Dakota, as substitutions for UNI: Yeager, Wettering, Goebel, and Lauby. Larkins dumps it off to Duffney, now inside. This is Wilkie going to work against Wettering. Nice turnaround. Dakota with 7 made triples here in this first half.
And something to keep an eye on. Panthers have already played 11 players this evening.
Now McDermott to the free throw line. The floater too strong. And Lauby's going to get an open look for 3. Knocks it.
At the top of the odd fronted zone and gets you an extra possession, and Lauby makes him pay.
McDermott attacks off the window.
When I was on staff, probably the highlight of the pure joy in that room was something that I will
enough, but you still
motions within 24-hour period was something very unique. You don't get that if you're an accountant.
Shot clock winding down. Kiefer beats her.
Yeager's had such a great freshman year, thrust into more minutes than maybe they expected with the injury to Grace Buffelli. That's really hard for a freshman, as we see here, tip the ball absolutely, and that's something that they're committed to. I think they're at 12 now into the game, and Oldie makes your culture better, makes your team camaraderie better. We see
double for Grace Larkins. Doing a lot here early on. Wharton dumps it off. Goebel.
Offense, whereas in the years past, it was pretty much primarily impacted on defense. And right on cue.
It's her own rebound or put back. First free throw.
Vermilion's been a tough place to play dating back to when they played in the Dakota Dome, as we see another tip by Goebel.
Goebel creates the opportunity.
On defense.
What a feed from Larkins. Kiefer misses it. Goebel leads the way, goes left. And
it's nice to go to the bench and you can take a lead at 17 or 18 and take it to 20. Really gives the coaching staff pay positive dividends come January and February.
Ryerson made a couple threes, now works off the block. Here's Corbin in. Shepley to the free throw line.
On a straight line drive, she really goes.
5'9" senior out of Southeast Polk High School. Goes to work with 14 on the shot clock. Ryerson off a screen, dumps it off inside. Corbin's the floater, no. Goebel the rebound. And ahead to James. Ahead of the horn.
Pressing. So to get back in the game, they're going to have it's going to be difficult for them to speed the game up and try to get out in transition. They're going to have to make threes.
Wettering launches the three.
Got to pick your poison. You can't give McDermott and Laube ones open threes. That time they got away with giving Wettering one.
Grace Larkin steps into a double team, now kicks it out. Groman.
They're able to corral her, but she kicked out for the open three.
And Yeager called for the double dribble. 5 turnovers in the first half for UNI. For South Dakota, 8 to the first 20 minutes of action. Here's Hempy on the drive. Points or more already this season. 2 30-point games as well. There's Yeager, pivots away from the... There's McDermott into the lane. Wettering from the corner, fires the three.
Help off of Kaba Laube.
Larkins fires over the lengthy Goebel. And now Wettering in the lane. To the right hand, to the left.
She can go to her right hand, and she did that time strong.
Adara Groman, a three-pointer in both halves thus far. Here's Duffney on the drive. Substitution, Taryn Wharton in for Wettering. This UNI basketball team, well, really the program, the coaching staff, Adam, kind of known for putting together. McDermott thought about the three. Now Wharton, step back jumper. Yeager,
got a play drawn up coming out. Just takes him a little longer to get set up.
Here's Hempy underneath. Larkins now kicks it out to Wilkie, and Wilkie shuffled
early for the Panthers on this possession.
Wharton out to Robinson. Robinson goes baseline. Back to Laube. Too strong from the outside. Kind of had to start to adjust, learn how to drive the basketball, add that element to her game. But she's also continued to work on the bench. Has 11 points. Here's Wharton in the lane. Rebound kept alive. Robinson. There's a nice feed from the top of the key. Larkins missed defensively, made a ton of shots in the first half. And both teams slowing down a little bit in the second. Coaching staffs, Adam, making the adjustments at halftime as both offenses have been much more out of sync here in the third quarter.
And that's pretty common.
Rebounds and 7 assists. Here's Robinson on the drive. Here's Larkins the kick out.
Panthers want to show help on every Larkins post up and drive. There's the help.
Robinson guarding the help. Potential triple-double that Grace Larkins is working on. Last season as a junior recorded 5.
Panthers have done a great job sharing the ball early in the possessions.
Here's Corbin. Now Shepley back to her. A 6th-year senior, all 6 years with South Dakota. Played all games last.
Some fresh faces and teams with not a lot of returning production around the country in the Midwest.
Opportunity for a new wave of young.
She's had a nice game for UNI. Just such great productivity coming off the bench.
And a early attack of her career and mass substitutions into the game. Wettering, McDermott, Goebel. This is McDermott from. McDermott goes to Wettering along the baseline. And working against Mason. 68-42. Closing in on the 1 minute mark here in the third quarter. Larkins inside to Hempy. Hempy to the right hand.
Ed Wells is the best play-by-play guy sitting here tonight.
She's got 35 made threes. And now 3 two-pointers. McDermott the kick out. 3-pointer for James. No. And the third quarter comes to a close. Pointed out to me in the commercial break, tremendous balance from this Panther basketball team.
Yeah, UNI with 7 players, all with 7 or more points. The scorer who can get in that 10 to 14 point range.
At home with.
Oftentimes their teams do well in the NCAA tournament. If they don't win, they really will create some chaos.
That'll be a deep two.
At the top of the key, just couldn't get it to go down that time.
Groman able to give an or more. Groman, Larkins, you have Hempy and Wilkie each with 7. Jane's misfiring from the outs.
And that length really bothers Missouri Valley Conference teams with her strength. Been a great addition for this Panther program.
Duffney on the drive.
She dribbled. And it's not a slight at all on Duffney. She does it to everybody. She had 6 or 7 tips in the
is tracking and statting tipped passes by Riley Goebel over the course of a game. That's a shot clock violation.
Defense where they're trapping and changing defenses and different things like that.
Larkin goes inside.
Oop.
Mason saw number 5 flying at her, decided Goebel 8 points, 7 rebounds. Stuff in the stat sheet tonight.
And 58 deflections.
He checks out. And Adam, as fun as it is for us to talk about statistics and fans to talk about, being in the top 10 in the country in tournament, being in the top 10 in points per game.
No, they're not. But what they will do is they'll use that as recruiting fuel. I mean, anything that nowadays that gets you on social media or gets you.
Grace Larkins averaging 23.5 points per game, is at 13 points.
The offensive end, Larkins has found other ways to impact the game, but you're right, both players did not impact into the scoring column the way they normally do.
Different players all played in that first half, and at one point we had, 7 different players with 7 or more.
Larkins had good position on the block, and they just missed her. She is so productive down there.
At Incarnate Word, 121-0. Coach Warren joked before this season, she's like, I don't know how she's going to handle it. And Elise Yeager, the starter, checks out, 4:52 to go. Not sure if coaches don't worry about giving us storylines to talk about.
They really don't.
First career double-double. That may come at a later time. Here's Foster, blocked by Larkins. Larkins with their eyes up, goes right to the rim. Yeager calling for it inside, looking for that double-double, missed the layup. Added a rebound to her total. There's the Wilkie, left it short. Another rebound for Yeager.
Oh, what a pass.
Nice feed. McDermott. See Coach Amy asking for the offense to continue to move, continue to get into a rhythm. Here's a kick out 3 to Duffney. And
next game, always a really tough place to play. Then they go to Carver Hawkeye to face nationally ranked Iowa. And then they go on the road to
working a little holiday visit home perhaps as well in there. 3 from Jane. And throws that one away. Shepley with the takeaway. The pull-up 2. South Dakota team.
She really does. She can impact the game in so many different ways.
Ryerson.
Career in Brookings, and that rate for about a 3 or 4 a.m. arrival back in Cedar Falls.
Long bus rides at the end of the game. Bench, really a strength so far in this non-conference season.
It really is, Brad, and I thought it was a difference tonight. I thought the team really extended the lead when Robinson hit her 2 threes. And
high school was on the 2022-2023 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union close to Boers. One on the UNI Panther volleyball team now. There's your final horn coming, 78-59 is